Morning.
Ah, quick! Gah!
Good boy. Good boy.
Hey, good man. I need to speak with you. Hey!
What are you doing hanging around here, old man? Are you alright?
Not entirely. I'm Sejezek of Holohlavie.
And I'm Henry.
Well, Henry, I'm terribly sorry, but this is an ambush.
What?
Please don't make it harder for me than it already is, and surrender nicely. I don't want to hurt you.
Hold on. Maybe we can do this without anyone getting robbed. Can we talk this through?
Make it quick, though. My life is slipping away, and the sooner this unpleasantness ends, the better.
What kind of peculiar robber are you?
Robber? How dare you insult me so?
What else should I call you?
I am a man of honor. Only I've been a bit down on my luck recently.
So it seems. Even this ambush isn't working out too well for you. What you were shouting at me sounded more like rather rude begging for alms.
And what was I supposed to say?
How should I know? You shouldn't be robbing in the first place.
But I need money.
Well, why not get it honourably? You're a knight. Can't you go and fight somewhere or find someone to protect?
I'd have to get my horse and armor back first. Without them, I'm useless as a knight.
Someone stole your horse and gear. How?
It's a long story.
No matter. I have time enough.
I made my living through honourable service. Most recently as a mercenary in King Sigismund's service.
How could you fight for Sigismund? After all that foreign dog did here?
Petsunia non olet, my friend. You know the saying, money doesn't stink, at least up to a certain point. Our unit was tasked with requisition supplies in Betschwar. That's a village not far from here. Zavish of Garbov, my commander, said the people were starting to cheat the army on supplies, so we were to reweigh and recount everything. And he was right. They were slipping sand into the flour sacks, and they were playing dumb about it. Zavish lost it, and the requisitioning turned into plundering.
Well, it's not pretty, but these people knew what they were up against. If they'd been honest...
Then they'd have nothing left. Wherever the requisitioning unit goes, even the mice starve. I went to Zavish to stop it. What's chivalrous about plundering and killing innocents? In the end, I challenged him to a duel. We wagered our honor, our armor, and our horses.
And you lost it all.
And with it, my place in the army.
Why did you wager everything in the first place? Is it some kind of knightly tradition?
Not always. It's a gesture to show that you really will defend your point of view at all costs.
It was noble of you to stand up for the common folk.
Perhaps. But you see the result. No good deed goes unpunished. Now, I'm trying to get enough coin to get my things back, and you seemed like a skilled fighter. That's why I chose you. If I must do something so despicable as robbing people, then at least they should be capable of defending themselves.
What if I tried to help you? I'll go to your commander and try to convince him to give it all back.
You'd do that for me?
Oh, I offered, didn't I? So, where can I find this man?
In Sigismund's camp. His name is Zavish of Garbov. He has a black eagle and 3 yellow stones on his coat of arms. He's got a rather inconspicuous tent above the camp kitchen. Hopefully you'll find it.
And how will I recognize your things? Is your coat of arms on them?
Of course, on my cuirass and on the caparison of my horse Gringolet. It's the same as I have on my shield here. A black raven with a ring in its beak on a yellow ground. If you get my things back from Zavish, come and see me in the tavern in Pshitok. They let me sleep in the hay there.
Tell me something about yourself. Where are you from?
Holohlavi. It's a village near Hradec. My family's been there for 4 generations.
I've never been there.
It doesn't matter. I haven't set foot there for a good 40 years.
That long? How come?
I'd rather not get into it.
Look, everyone's been through something they'd rather not talk about. I'm not going to judge you.
You wouldn't understand anyway.
Well, now I'm really in the mood to help you.
Sorry, Actually, it's stupid. I had a disagreement with my brother.
And? That's it?
See? You don't understand. Otmar is older, so when my father died, he took over the running of the fortress and the village.
Older than you? My word. Sorry. So, you argued about the inheritance?
No, I was just a boy then, and I wasn't much interested in such things. Otmar wanted me to be chaplain of the church in Hollowglavy. But that wouldn't have been the life for me. Ever since I heard the stories of King Arthur as a child, I knew I'd be a knight.
You are one now, though, aren't you?
I don't mean by title. I'm talking about battles and tournaments and romance. Anyway, I soon abandoned my studies and began getting summer with a sword in my hand.
I hear you. Schooling is just a waste of time.
Yeah, that's what I said at the time, but my brother saw it differently. Otmar needed to secure his position because the church owns a lot of land in Hollowglavy. He didn't care about me at all. But no matter, I'm happier like this anyway. Or at least I used to be. Otmar gave me the armor and the horse. Would you believe it?
Really? Why would he do that?
After I ran away, I struggled and rarely had 2 groschen to rub together. Otmar found out about it and tracked me down. I was afraid that he would drag me home and force me to go back to my studies. But instead, he gave me armor and his best horse and told me to go and be a knight if I must, but not to return home.
You'd rather rob wayfarers than return home? That must have been a damn serious parting of ways.
Even if I could return home, how would that turn out? I've accomplished nothing with my life, and I even lost everything Otmar gave me. So what else is there for me to do? I can't do anything but fight. And I can't even do that like I used to.
And don't you ever miss your brother?
After all these years, more and more, who knows if he's even still alive?
Don't worry. You'll get your things back.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll see your brother again. Go! Ja! Whoa, whoa.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends. Oh, well.
Amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the south, I saw a lad.
You there, lad! Aren't you here for the requisitioning?
What about it?
I need to requisition supplies for the camp from the locals. Grub for us, fodder for the horses.
Where do you want to get the supplies?
We haven't been to Bohuniovitz in a while. I reckon they can't wait to see us.
Who's coming along?
Me, and they usually send some humans along because people are afraid of them.
That's not much.
And that's why you're coming with me. But don't worry, I already sent a couple of blokes ahead to get everything ready. I reckon they can handle a few peasants.
Won't the people resist?
They will, but fuck all good it'll do them. We'll chase them out of their houses, bring in the cart, and take whatever we can.
And what if something goes wrong?
That'll only happen if we take our eyes off them. Then there might be bloodshed, but usually not ours.
I don't need to hear any more. Let's head out.
Which one of us is in charge here? But you're right. Let's get going. Mount up!
Here we are, youngster.
Hoi chartok kierket! Mindenket!
Kifelé! Mozogsz, te nyomorult! Te is! Kifelé!
Come on, we don't have all day for this! Ne pozoroja dokozi dödas ala kivas od parastal! Shut the fuck up over there!
Fucking peasants. This requisitioning's a pain in the arse. Well then, old star. Have you got the supplies for the king, like we agreed? Hmm?
We prepared what we could.
Where did the men I sent in advance run off to? I just hope they're sleeping off the hangover from your friendly welcome.
Your men? Nobody was here.
God fucking damn it! Can't even rely on forward patrols anymore. If I catch them, they'll hang. Kurva! What about the food for us? Flour, cabbage, meat, cheese, eggs, like last time.
We've got everything, just not as much as last time. We gave what we could, but we're living hand to mouth as is.
Then you better pray it's enough. The lad here will check it and load it onto the wagon. Got it?
Shouldn't we leave them something?
Why the fuck would we do that?
So they don't go hungry.
These village idiots are used to going hungry. Soldiers aren't. Now come off it before I have you whipped.
All right, then. Where should I start?
The men will help you out.
None of that. I said the lad would do it. Tell your people to stay where they are so I can see them. We don't want anyone to get hurt, do we?
We definitely don't.
Tell him where to go so we got this over with.
Everyone is standing in front of their cottages. The biggest house in the village belongs to Fowl. Next to him lives Old Man Willow. And across from Willow, above the stream, is Smill's house. And mine is above that. I'll go there with you myself.
You'll stay right here.
Ask my daughter, Sofka. She'll show you where the supplies are prepared.
And what about that fifth house?
Nobody has lived there for years. The whole family died of the plague.
Fine. Now enough talk, peasant. Let's get to it. I want to be finished by nightfall. And you, lad, wait a mo.
What?
Come closer, so I don't have to yell. Now listen close, and remember what I say. First of all, I don't want to see you showing pity for those yokels. And second, I'm bloody well sure these peasant rats hid something somewhere.
Why would they risk it?
Oh, come on. I'd do exactly the same. Nobody wants to go hungry. Don't believe a word those stinking bastards say, and look through those houses of theirs from top to bottom to make sure they don't have something tucked away.
What if they're not lying and they really have nothing left to eat?
These peasants are used to being hungry, now come off it! They can be glad we're doing this the easy way, for now. If there's not enough food, they'll have me to answer to. So, food on the cart, all valuables and silver straight to me.
Father will deal with them.
I'm here for the supplies.
When you pass through the gate to the yard, you'll see them on your right.
I hope so.
Ma, I'm afraid. What if there won't be enough? Don't worry. Everything will be good again. Father will deal with them.
Oh, merciful Mother of God, protect my beloved child. Have mercy.
Well, where are your supplies for the king?
Right behind the door, leaning against the wall. Everything's ready to go.
So what if they have weapons? There's more of us.
I won't get anything out of him in this state. Maybe I could do something to help him. Let's take a look then. But maybe at least enough to talk to you. I'll try to take your bandage off for a moment so I can take a look under it. I hope I'll be nimble enough. Now, careful. It's sticky with blood.
Ow!
Those are some deep wounds. From a sword. I can take a look at those wounds now. Your wound stinks. I reckon it's infected. It'll have to be cleaned before I dress it again. I'll have to clean the wounds, preferably with some strong spirits, and then re-bandage them. And it's gonna hurt. So I should find something for the pain before that.
Pa, what's the point? We'll die of hunger here.
Let's get to it. Now I'll clean the wound, if I have something to do it with. That should be enough.
Ow!
Sorry. I should have given it to you before I started treating your wound, but too late for that. Or perhaps nothing's better. Now I'll re-bandage your wound.
Ow!
And that's that. That'll have to do. Hopefully I'll get something meaningful out of him now. Hey! Wake up!
It hurts. What happened?
I was hoping you'd tell me. Who roughed you up like this?
Soldiers. I have to. Are you one of them?
Don't worry. I won't hurt you. I just treated you so you wouldn't die here. What soldiers are you talking about?
They came to take everything away from us. Like always. Sigismund's men. We were only defending ourselves.
What happened to you?
I tried to stop them. So they, wouldn't take anything more from us. So they wouldn't come back. So, we sent them away. Oh. I should have listened to her.
Get some rest. I won't get anything more out of you now, anyway. Supplies, ready for the king.
Remélem találom közben egy falat kutyát sem vagyok hajlandó lenyelni. Tűnés! Most azonnal!
What happened to that injured fellow?
He's my son. He was attacked by a group of cutthroats when he was returning from Kuttenberg.
And where did they find him?
Just a short way from here, near Opatovitz.
It's just a stone's throw from the military camp, though. Who dared to rob people there?
Well, I don't know.
I think you're lying to me.
My God, what more do you want? You took our food, nearly murdered my son. Sakra.
Well. So no robbers?
It was them two soldiers who came before you. Sofka, my son's sweetheart, caught their eye. They took her aside to... well, you know what soldiers do to girls. Vitek wanted to protect her. So him and a few lads attacked them with pitchforks. They killed them both. But Vitek came out of it worse for wear.
Where can I find that girl?
She's Binyek's daughter. She'll be standing in front of her house, like all the others.
What should I do with you now?
Don't tell anyone. Please. They'll kill us all.
That all depends on what you tell me in return. Tell me where you hid your supplies from us, and don't tell me you didn't.
Oh, God forgive me.
How about Smill, for instance? Did he hide anything?
He was recently boasting about some barrels of good beer. He said I should come over sometime.
And do you know where I'd find them?
I reckon in the cellar, right behind the cottage. He's got a fairly sturdy lock on it.
That's not enough for me. What else do you know? What can you tell me about that fowl from next door?
He's the only one in the village who has livestock. 2 lovely fattened cows.
Well now, where can I find them?
If the cows aren't in the byre, then he had to drive them somewhere where they wouldn't be found. He often walked them down to the stream to drink. To the right of the bridge.
Thanks. I'll take a look there. That's not enough for me. If you want to save your son, you have no choice. What did Binyek hide, and where? For sure he didn't give me everything either.
Do you know those plague graves beyond the village? Right behind the deserted cottage? At night, I saw Binyek burying something there. I'm sure he was hiding supplies there.
He hid food in a grave. I'll take a look there.
That really is everything. I don't know anything more.
All right then. At least you told me something. I'll leave you be for now.
What's going to happen to my son?
Have no fear. I'm not like those soldiers who came before.
God bless you.
About your son.
What about him?
I helped him. I redressed his wounds.
Thanks. Has he woken up yet? And did you speak to him?
He told me everything.
Oh, sweet mother of God. It wasn't his fault. They started everything. It was them 2 soldiers who came before you. Sofka, my son's sweetheart, caught their eye. They took her aside to... well, you know what soldiers do to girls. Vitek wanted to protect her. So him and a few lads, they killed...
What should I do with you now?
Don't tell anyone.
You know what? Forget about it. I don't want anything from you.
Thank you. This won't end well.
Too late for that now. Things can't get any worse.
I'm collecting supplies for the King's men. Do you have them ready?
They're here, right next to the door to the cottage.
Very well. So this is where Fowl leads his cows, according to what Willow told me. The cattle went this way. I knew there had to be lion. Two nicely fattened cows. Someone dropped a key here. Bad luck for them. Beer. They'll be happy about this back at Sigismund's camp. Plague pits. Kurva? A corpse? Oh, there won't be anything here. There's something here. I wonder what's inside. Hidden supplies.
Not helping anything.
You're supposed to tell me where I can find the supplies for the king.
Where do you think? Right behind the door in the cottage. Everything's ready underneath the window.
Are you Vitek's sweetheart?
I am. What do you want with him?
His father told me he saved you from the king's men when they tried to... you know.
That's true. I don't know what I would have done without him.
What exactly happened there?
These two soldiers came and told me to go with them to the hayloft. Otherwise they'd hurt me. So I went. And then, well, one of them grabbed me. So I couldn't even breathe. I was afraid they'd kill me. But then Vitek attacked them from behind. It was really brave of him.
You're saying he overpowered 2 trained soldiers by himself?
He wasn't alone. As soon as the fight broke out, my father and some other fellas from the village ran up.
Vitek's father told me a different story. He said they found him in that sorry state and carried him home. Stop lying to me, girl.
God help me, it wasn't my fault. I warned them it would end badly, but Vitek didn't listen to a word I said. He was awfully angry, just like everyone here. Then they came once again, after God knows how many times, to take supplies for their camp.
Slow down a little. Let's go over this one thing at a time. Who attacked first?
The fellas from the village. They were trying to lure the soldiers to the hayloft, saying they had the supplies there. But instead of the supplies, there were other men waiting there. And they pounced on the soldiers.
Did the soldiers do anything to you?
Not them two, no. But the other ones before them almost let us die of hunger. And these would have done the same.
What about Vitek's injury?
They did that to him after, in the fight.
Why did he do it?
Because we're desperate. We feed Sigismund's entire army and have nothing to eat ourselves. What can we live on?
Does this really resolve anything, though? Whose idea was it?
Vitek's. I tried to talk him out of it, and his father did too. But there was no getting through to him.
What did you do with the soldiers?
We buried them in the forest behind the village. Just a short way, away from the place where it happened.
I don't need to hear any more.
My God. What'll happen to us?
Now it's up to me if I tell anybody about it.
Well, Mother. Don't worry.
Thanks for standing up to your captain for us. You don't see that every day.
Not that it did any good. Now I'm worried all I did was piss him off more. What if your food won't be enough for him, and he has you killed?
We'll put ourselves in God's hands. If the war doesn't kill us, the hunger will.
Haven't we taken too much from you?
The cart's empty. So what are you asking me for?
Nothing, peasant. Do you know what I found in the woods? Cattle. It's almost as if those cows were deliberately driven off.
Kurva! How'd you find them?
So you admit it?
Those cows are the last thing I have left. That's all I have in the world. You want to take them from me? But I beg of you, from one Christian to another, couldn't you keep this to yourself? Otherwise it'll be the end of me.
We'll see.
Please!
Won't be enough. Don't worry. Everything will be good again. Father will deal with them.
Might be surprised.
O glorious and blessed Virgin, have mercy on us.
I spoke to your son's sweetheart, Sovka. She told me the truth.
Why don't you leave her alone? As if that poor thing hasn't suffered enough.
Enough already. I know you lied to me. Your son attacked the soldiers, and not the other way around.
But he wouldn't listen to reason. He's stubborn, just like me. Please, try to understand. People here are beside themselves with fear. They're hungry and desperate. Normally, he wouldn't have done it. But he wanted to defend the village, so we wouldn't all starve to death. Please, don't tell your commander. He'd kill us all.
Good. I'll think about it.
Please, have mercy.
What if there won't be enough? Don't worry, girl. Don't worry.
Takarod.
What about...
It's complete...
Well, that's odd.
What bit?
So you know nothing about it?
No. Do I look like I do?
That's a shame. I wanted to make a deal.
What sort of deal?
That I'd keep quiet about the beer.
And what do you want in return?
I want you to tell me what the other villagers are hiding. And where.
So that's how it is.
Well, nothing will come of that, because the beer ain't mine. Enjoy it.
I'm sorry.
There's a little bit here. It won't be enough, though. Supplies. Not much here. That still isn't enough.
Your supplies, just as we promised. Aye?
This isn't enough for us.
If you help me find enough food, we'll go away and nothing bad will happen to anyone.
We already gave you all we had.
Don't tell me you haven't hidden anything away.
Why would I lie to you?
To protect your people. But believe me, if it isn't enough, the commander will have you killed.
Without food, we'll die anyway.
You'll stay alive for now, and you'll still have hope.
But for how long?
As long as necessary. Sigismund's army is crumbling, and will pull out soon. You've already suffered so much. You wouldn't die for a meal now, would you?
I suppose you're right. I can't tell you much. If it got out I helped you, the others would never forgive me.
Anything will help. So spit it out.
Look in Smill's cellar, and in Fowl's stable.
And what about the last house?
Leave old man Willow out of this, please. His son is hurt, and he's suffered enough already.
Hurt, you say? What happened to him?
I already told you more than I should have. Pack up your supplies and leave well enough alone already. Please.
You haven't told me about your house yet.
I was hoping you'd forget about it. Look behind the house, where the big pile of manure is. That's all I can tell you. Really.
You've helped me plenty already.
I just hope it'll be enough.
We'll see. I checked all the supplies they prepared for us.
And did you load everything onto the cart?
Aye. It's all loaded up.
Is that all you found?
Yes. That's all.
That's not much at all. The lads back at camp won't be happy.
And this is all we'll get.
That's not good. I warned those clodhoppers in advance. You there, peasant! Hey, peasant, come here!
Are you satisfied?
I'm not. And do you know what happens if I'm not satisfied?
What are we supposed to do? We gave you all we had.
Then you're in luck, because you won't need anything ever again. Kill him, lad. And all the rest of these yokels too. It'll be a warning to others.
You can't do that. The king will hear of it.
Nobody will hear a word of it. What are you waiting for, lad? Take care of them!
I don't want anything to do with that.
You don't, eh? Do you think I give a shit what you want? That was an order, you whoreson! If you don't want to end up like them, you'd better obey it!
I won't let you hurt innocent people.
If you're so fond of this shithole village, then you'll share its fate.
Defend yourselves, folks! They want to kill us! What are those fancy moves? We're gonna survive us! Completely! We're gonna gut you, you poor son!
Thanks to God and the Blessed Virgin.
What are you doing?
Lad, the Lord above must have sent you to us. What would have happened to us if you decided not to help us?
Well, I couldn't stand back and watch them slay all of you.
But now what? They'll definitely be looking for them soldiers if they don't come back.
Pull the cart away somewhere far from the village, so it looks like an ambush.
And will they believe it?
Why not? There's bandits in the woods attacking the supply runs all the time.
Greetings.
God be with you.
What about your cows, neighbour? Did you manage to get them all back?
All but the heifer that got torn apart by wolves.
Ah, what a shame. But I warned you, there was no point hiding your cows from the army in the forest.
Better for a wolf to take a few of them than for the soldiers to take all of them.
Well, I reckon you might be right. Take care.
Safe travels.
Door's supposed to be closed.
Go! 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 Go!
Good to see you.
I'm sorry.
There's food in the kitchen. It'll satisfy your hunger, but not your taste buds.
Christ, pardon
Praise
me.
God.
I wanted to get...
Good bastard.
Imat Costa Bolog!
That's yours, lads. Let's get it for you, Benny. Back for good fun.
You silly doggy. Christ, pardon me.
What?
Lord be with you.
Excuse me, sir. My name is Henry, and
Forget the pleasantries. Czegoktesh?
I've come about Sir Jerzy Kapolahlavi.
Ależ, no w takim razie to zacznij gość, prawda? Such a distinguished visit. What do you want from me?
I heard about what happened between you and Jezek. I understand that you're in the right. But couldn't you return his armor and horse? Without them, it's as if he's not a knight at all.
So poor valiant Jezek's not doing well, and I should show I have a good heart. That would soon have everyone around walking all over me. I'd rather let the armor rust than give it back to Jezek. Did he even tell you how he lost it?
I know a bit about it. But I'd be interested in your side of the story.
There's no his side and my side here. There are just facts. We went to the village to stock up. The locals wanted to cheat us and slipped us a bag of sand instead of flour. So we looted and torched the place. When it was all over, Jezek started going on at me about how it was dishonorable. But he took his ration of flour all the same, the whoreson.
How about we stop arguing about it? I'll just buy the armor and horse from you. Name the price.
You still do not understand. I do not care how many groschen you and Jezek put together. Everyone in this fucking camp needs to know that I am in charge for once. And I will not take any shit from anyone.
Look, I understand that you're mad at Jezek, but he needs help. It's just not right for a lord to become a thief.
So that is what his lordship from Holohlavi is doing now.
What else is left when you've taken everything from him? You're the only one who can do anything about it.
Yes, maybe I can send my men to drag him here in chains and lash him with a whip.
You know what? I've had enough of this. I should have known right away. There's no reasoning with a murderer like you. It's people like you with no conscience who make war so ugly. If Jezek had beaten you, then...
Jezek lost! And he still understood nothing. You know what? I'll give you Jezek's armor and his old nag, but we will duel. Nice and chivalrously, like knights should. I will bet the horse and armor, and you will match the price in groschen. It will give us both something to strive for.
What kind of duel?
We will compete in 3 rounds. Pole arms first, then short swords and shields, and finally with long swords. Each man shall take his own weapons and armor. All you have to do to win is beat the other man twice, and the winner takes it all.
That's not very fair. You're a knight. You trained in combat all your life. I'm barely a page. Couldn't I have a slight advantage?
Shall I blindfold myself? Hop on one leg? Or did you have something else in mind?
No, I don't want an easy win. Just an even chance.
Oh, then I will fight in just a gambeson and chainmail. Does that seem fair to you?
I suppose so.
Excellent! Get yourself the necessary armor and equipment. When you are ready, bring me the coin and we will start. Get out of here, mutt! Call off that dog, or I'll report you for being... Greetings. How can I help?
All right.
Tough span, yeah, but you have to put...
Here you go.
Just how...
And then...
Very... Come on.
Hail, gentlemen, brave knights, loyal comrades. Today, we will witness a duel between Sir Zavish of Garabov, called the Black, and Henry of Skalitz. Henry, a commoner, will fight today in the name of Sir Jezek of Holohlavi. The noble lord of Garabov has decided to accept the challenge because of this very fact. With 3 duels, they will settle once and for all the disputes between the Lord of Gaboth and the Lord of Holohlavi. I ask both combatants to take their positions and take up arms. Let the clash of pole arms begin!
Useless! Useless! Wanker! Fucking hell!
The pole-arm duel has come to an end, and the winner is Henry of Scarlet. I can't believe it myself. He's beaten the Lord of Garboth.
Let me take a look at
Combatants may now catch their breath and have a bath maid tend to their wounds before the next round.
Could you treat me, please? That fella laid into me like a battering ram into a gate.
Don't worry, we'll sort you out.
Both combatants are ready for the second round. The duel with one-handed weapons can begin.
Christ! I'm hit! Useless!
And thus the duel of shields comes to an end. And the winner is Henry of Scarlet. Unbelievable, God must have guided his hand. Both combatants may now tend to their wounds and rearm themselves for the third and final duel. The noblest fight begins. The longsword duel.
Damn! I'm bleeding!
The longsword duel is at its end, and the undisputed winner is Henry of Scullets. He's defeated his rival with an incredible performance. All three duels were well fought, and God was on the side of the one in the right. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. Not only has the brave Henry won glory, he's cleared the name of Lord Jezek of Holohlavi from disgrace, while he put the Lord of Garabov to shame with his performance. The dispute between these two gentlemen is now at an end. Glory to the victor, honor to the vanquished.
Well, is that everything?
Is it not enough for you? I cannot believe it! I, the champion of tournaments all the way from Brittany to Venice, and I end up beaten by a yokel like you, with his finger up his nose.
I thought losing would make you angrier.
I would like to kill you like a dog, but you won fair and square. I must give you that. You will find the horse stabled up by the gate, and you can take the armor from my chest.
Haven't you forgotten something?
The groschen are in the chest, too.
I'm glad I cleared Sir Jezek's name.
Yeah, the old man gets his stuff back. But I'd still prefer if you at least kept the armor. You won it, not Jezek.
Am I supposed to lie to him?
The spoils of victory are yours. What you do with them is entirely up to you.
I'm sorry.
The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary, and she conceived of the Holy Spirit.
My God. Why are you all covered in blood? What do you want?
What's a priest doing in a military camp?
Whatever he can, my son. Whatever he can.
Do you serve Mass like other priests?
I serve Mass and give blessings just like my brothers in churches and parishes. I can also officiate at marriages and administer last rites. I reckon you can guess which is more common here.
Do you care for the wounded? Priests and monks do that sometimes, don't they?
Nothing like that. We have blacksmiths and bathmaids for that here. And if something happens to the nobles, we have good surgeons. And then there's that learned foreigner. Bah!
Who's the foreigner?
His name is Musa, and he says he comes ex-Africa. You can't miss him. He's as different from us as a man can be.
Does something seem strange about him to you?
That foreigner may understand medicine, but he worships a foreign god. He prays to him on the ground several times a day. He doesn't drink ale, only rarely eats meat, yet he can't keep his eyes off our women.
Do you take part in the fighting?
Vivere militare est. But no, I'm a chaplain, not a warrior. But no matter if you're a beggar or a lord, there's no way to escape the horrors. And in a place like this, it's easy for people to forget about God, or at least start to doubt.
Do you serve King Sigismund directly?
I serve our Lord, but the king sometimes calls on me for confession.
What could the king possibly have to confess?
You don't actually expect me to tell you that, do you? That's between me, the king, et Domine Noster. Be with you.
God bless.
Good day to you. God be with you. Yes, he'll come back and try his luck again. Who knows where the devil he's gone? Some he said he was going to fight on his behalf.
Well, that should be everything. Yezhak's sure to be happy.
No surprise that he's a learned man.
I'm always glad to like people like
Takarod. Takarod. will make a fool of myself.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. Jesus Christ, people.
Can I ask you something?
You complain? What happened?
What? No, I'm not making a complaint. Why should I?
I chief of soldiers, and I hear only complain and more complain. Always. They kill hands, they scare children, horse trample cabbage and eat carrot. This country full of complaining and whining.
I'm not complaining about anything.
That good. You real man.
Hey there, puppy. If only you knew how much trouble you caused me, friend.
You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit.
I'm all yours. Fuck you! Show your stuff! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
I'm sorry.
Go! Quick! Go! All right, boy, we're here.
Good to see you.
Good day to you. What would you like? What game would...
I actually...
I'm sorry.
About these things of yours.
Did Zavish listen to you? Tell me, how did it go?
Well, it wasn't easy. I had to take part in a nightly duel.
Damn. He didn't hurt you too much, I hope.
Well, that fella? Come on. He hardly had a chance to blink and he was on his arse. He hadn't a chance against me.
But he's a tournament veteran. You have my admiration, lad. What about my Gringolet? Did he give him to you?
He's waiting for you at the inn. He's really quite a good horse for his age.
The best. The House of Hollowlavy will be forever in your debt. Take this shield, so at least you'll have something to remember me by if this is farewell for good, which is quite likely given how old and grey I am. I thought you could use my spurs too. Christ! Someone must have stolen them. Oh, I'm sorry. And you know what? Now that I have my things back, I can do without the groschen I've saved up. Take them. Let them be of some use.
Ah, it was no bother. And what are you going to do next? I trust you're done with robbing.
As the Lord is my witness, I'm done. It's time for me to go home. Who knows? Maybe I can even reconcile with my brother. I told you about him, remember?
That's not a bad idea. So, take care. And give your brother my greetings.
I'll try. God bless you, Henry.
Man.
Greetings to you.
Hold on.
This horse must have cost a pretty groschen.